is accused of 13 counts of murder and more than 30 counts of premeditated murder in the shooting that took place in Texas last November. Mental health officials will determine if Hassan is competent to stand trial.
A man given the name Times Square Bomber received a sentence of life in prison today. Faisal Shahzad received the sentence after plotting to kill Americans by driving a homemade car bomb into Times Square. Shahzad, a naturalized American from Pakistan, called himself a Muslim soldier, willing to plead guilty 100 times. According to him, his Nissan Pathfinder was stuffed with faulty explosives that, if set off, would have caused a devastating fireball. Shahzad pleaded guilty to 10 terrorism and weapon counts. Google has announced its content partners for the new Google TV. But in efforts to combine the internet and television, major television networks are not there. ABC, CBS, Fox, and NBC chose not to participate as of now. But other media outlets, HBO, Twitter, and Netflix are in. These sources will work with Google to offer web content such as on-demand viewing and apps for TV screens. While Google has said it would like to see bigger networks involved, it's more important for viewers to access such things as information about what they're watching and chat. These tech-savvy efforts also bring us to what's going on with technology efforts around the world. Recent and increasing attacks on U.S. fuel supplies is causing a push toward renewable energy. The military is urging these developments to slow the transport of fossil fuels from across the world. The Marines will be the first to replace such fossil fuels as diesel and kerosene with solar energy.
It's been over 60 days, but rescue efforts say the Chilean miners may be out earlier than expected. According to Chilean President Sebastián Piñera, a rescue mission that was supposed to span 3 months could now occur within the next couple weeks and as early as October 17th. Yet, according to the Chilean mine minister, Lawrence Goldborn, nothing is definite.
We are not in the stage of balances. Balances should be made when we are finished with our task. And we haven't rescued anyone here. So I think that we have to be very conservative. Nothing is finished yet.
Currently, the government is deciding whether or not to add extra protection to the outside of the miner's capsule. That will be lifting the miners out. Without extra padding, several days of work would be saved.
A state of emergency has been declared in Hungary after a toxic sludge spill today. Reports say at least 3 people are dead, 6 more missing, and more than 100 have been injured. Officials are calling the spill an ecological disaster after a containment pond burst, allowing the toxic mud to pour through 3 different counties. The mud is an aluminum waste product in which burns can take days to show and it is deadly if ingested.
The coroner report for the Georgian luger killed during the Vancouver Olympics was released yesterday, and his father is not happy. Coroner Tom Pawlowski says the cause of death was due to relative lack of experience. Nodarku Marita Shevla died after his sled lost control at 90 miles per hour, crashing into a steel pole during a practice run. His father responded by saying he wouldn't have been invited to the Olympics if he wasn't experienced. And Germany finally paid their dues over the weekend. The final payment of outstanding interest on loans dating back to World War I was paid off Sunday. During the 20s and 30s, the losing power made a number of bonds to pay for war debt. That debt was then suspended when the Nazis took power during the Second World War and added up to over $200 million. It's still raining in Syracuse coming up. We will have your full weather forecast and how it's affecting central New York.